Welcome to the world of W.E.Kiwi, where friends come in all sizes, shapes and species. So here's our new story, W.E.Kiwi and the Pink Striped Meemoo. W.E.Kiwi's father used to always say to him, "If you want a job done properly, then properly do it." Sweat ran down his beak as W.E. put the last paving stone in place of his new garden barbecue. There, a proper job had been done. It had taken him nearly 3 days to get it all perfect. He had a barbecue, a sink with taps to wash the dishes, an umbrella, a table, and 4 sitting chairs. His friends could sit and watch as he would cook for them all summer long. In the winter, maybe he could bring some rugs out so they can sit by the barbecue in the cold. Unwrapping the new cushions for the chairs, he thought, well, I'd better test them out. The cushions fit perfectly and were very comfortable on his bum. Now to test the chairs. There were 2 positions, either upright or to be leant backwards nearly flat. The upright position was fantastic for eating, as it meant you wouldn't spill anything. The backwards position was very comfortable for relaxing. Now, best to test it out under the shade of the umbrella. W moved the chair under the umbrella. He lay on the chair checking all of his body, wings and feet were all in the shade. Perfect! Even his toenails were covered. He looked over to the hedge. It really needed a trim, as it had grown very quickly this summer. He'd been working since the sun came up, and now it was late in the day. Maybe a quick nap before making dinner, just a little one. As he kept staring at the hedge, his eyes grew heavier and heavier. He closed his eyes, and he was out like a light. W.E. dreamt he was walking through a thick row of hedges, but the hedges weren't green, they were blue. Daffodils of red, white and purple grew from the ground. Their flowers were as high as W.E.'s waist, so they were XXXXXL daffodils. It was like the world was upside down, as when he looked at the sky, it was green. He kept walking, turning left, then right, lost in a maze that seemed to never end. He turned left, then in front of him the hedge was in a straight line. Peering off in the distance, he tried to see the end. His eyes squinted tightly, as there was something farther away. It looked like a walkway over the hedge. As he moved forward, there was a sound of hammering. Then it would stop. He waited, and it started again. W.E. approached the walkway, thinking at least it looked strong and sturdy enough for a chubby kiwi bird. Perhaps this was the way out of the maze he had found himself in. The hammering started again. He waited till it stopped, then began to climb the walkway. There was the hammering, but then there was a cry. "Oh, Meemoo!" W.E. stopped. He wondered if he was causing the pain by walking up the walkway. There was a long silence, so he decided to keep walking up. The hammering started again. As he descended down the steps, he could see he was now in someone's back garden. A small pond in front of him had fish playing under lily pads. The lily pads were orange with white trim. The fish appeared like tadpoles, but had 3 eyes. One leapt out of the water, grinned, and waved. It reminded him of Quark Zizzle Bazizzle, but the tadpole went back into the water without having a conversation. Peering around, W.E. felt nervous, as he hadn't been invited into the garden. Maybe there was a guard dog ready to tell him off. The hammering stopped. He could see where it was coming from. A wooden house had a wall that had fallen down and in desperate need of repair. I could help fix the wall, W.E. thought. From nowhere, a creature appeared and gave him a gigantic hug. She then patted W.E. on the back. Meemoo! Meemoo, Meemoo, my Meemoo, Meemoo, Meemoo. Taking his wing, the creature hurried them to the side of the house. W.E. quickly looked at the creature, as it seemed friendly enough. The creature was slightly bigger than W.E. She had a big belly like a kiwi bird, 2 short plump legs with toes like elephants. Her head was round, with triangular ears that pointed backwards. Her eyes took up most of her face. Between her eyes was a piggy snout. Unlike a pig, it had 3 nostrils. Shining white teeth stuck out from her top lip. Her arms were strong, and her hands had 3 fingers with thumbs either side of them. The fur that covered her body was strikingly bright. So much so, W thought he might have to wear sunglasses looking at her. Her fur was sky blue with fluorescent pink stripes, just like a tiger. Meemoo, 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 Meemoo. Ah, Meemoo, Meemoo. W.E. had no idea what she was saying, but should introduce himself. Hello there, I'm W.E.Kiwi, but my friends just call me W.E. I don't want to appear rude, but I don't understand a word you're saying. The creature giggled. She patted W.E. on the head. Ah, Meemoo, 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 Meemoo. She pointed at the house and the planks of wood next to it. Meemoo, Meemoo, Meemoo. W realised that all his new friend the Meemoo was going to say was, Meemoo. Therefore, he might just have to point and make signs so they understood each other. I think I get it. You need me to help you with the wood and to fix the house, as you can't do it by yourself. Meemoo, Meemoo. W.E. pointed at the wood. The Meemoo tilted her head, then nodded. Meemoo. W.E. went to a plank and picked up one end. The Meemoo followed. She took the other end, and as a team they put it on the side of the house. W.E. lifted the plank, making sure it was straight. Holding it in place, the Meemoo nailed it to the side of the house. Meemoo! When they had finished, they took another piece of wood. After 2 planks, they got it into a rhythm going back and forth, putting wood on the side of the house. The house was now looking strong and sturdy. The Meemoo was very particular about the planks she used. She rejected one piece of wood which had a large knot in the middle. Once the side of the house was finished, the Meemoo took W.E.'s wing again. Meemoo, 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 Meemoo. Inside the house he was led. The house was brightly coloured with paintings on every wall. W.E. wondered if the Meemoo was an artist, as all the paintings had the same theme. They were all pictures of friends together in the park. Walking up to one, W could see a pond just like the one outside, and with a tadpole with 3 eyes. These are wonderful paintings, my friend. It looks like you have a fishy friend, just like me. My fishy friend's name is Colin T. Fish. The Meemoo took a painting off the wall and turned it round. Ah, Meemoo, Meemoo. On the back was a photo of the Meemoo with a friend. The friend looked just like Meemoo, but with black fur and red stripes. His fur had splashes of paint all over it. Oh, so your friend is the artist. Maybe he farts when encouraged. Meemoo? Oh, that doesn't matter. So what do we need to do here? Is there more wood we need to fix? Meemoo, 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 Meemoo. Meemoo. The Meemoo went out of the room and came back with a box on a trolley. Meemoo. She pointed for W.E. to take one side. They lifted it off the trolley and opened it. On the top was what appeared to be an instruction booklet. W.E. sighed, as maybe the only instructions were Meemoo and Meemoo. With a deep breath, he opened it and saw it was all pictures, so anyone could follow it. Turning to the last page, he realised it was an oven. Right then, let's do this. Shall we start with the base? To make everything so simple, all the parts were numbered. So they started with number 1, the base. Then number 2. They started with number 1, the base. Then number 2 and 3, the sides. Slowly, with some pointing at the instructions along the way, and deciding what parts went where, the oven was finished. Both W.E. and the Meemoo stood back and marvelled at their teamwork. Lifting the oven into place, the Meemoo wiped the top with a cloth. Meemoo? Yes, it's great to see how we're able to work together. You can have a lovely dinner tonight with your new oven. With her big eyes staring at W.E., the Meemoo put her hand on her heart. Meemoo, 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 Meemoo. I think I have to thank you too for being my new friend. We may not speak the same language, but we still understand each other, don't we? Meemoo, Meemoo. The Meemoo took W.E.'s wing again and led him outside to the other side of the house. Meemoo. 2 beanbags were on the ground with small tables beside each. Shall I sit here then? Ah, Meemoo. W.E. sat down on the beanbag and it shaped to the size of his chubby little body. Giggling, the Meemoo ran off. Meemoo. W.E. sat wondering what might happen next. There was a bang, then another giggle, and out came the Meemoo with a pair of fans. These didn't look like ordinary fans, as they had strings and a rod attached to them. The Meemoo put one next to each beanbag. Meemoo, Meemoo, Meemoo? I'm not entirely sure, Meemoo. What can I do with a string? Most of the fans I've used have been electric, or the one they use with your hand for your face. Meemoo, Meemoo? The Meemoo put one string around her foot as she sat down in the beanbag. This made W even more curious. What now? With a string around her foot, the Meemoo slowly pulled it back and forth. A small wheel at the back of the fan rotated, making the blades of the fan whir around. That's absolutely brilliant, Meemoo. Let me try. Meemoo. Placing the string under one of his toes, W.E. pulled the string back and forth. The fan started turning, and a cool breeze went across his beak. I must try and find out where I can buy one of these fans, Meemoo. Meemoo, Meemoo, Meemoo. The Meemoo watched W.E. as he lay in his beanbag very contented. She took the string off her foot and went inside. Bringing 2 glasses of lemonade out, she was very happy to offer one to W.E. Meemoo, 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 Meemoo. Thank you, Meemoo. You are a very kind host. We need more creatures like you. So I raise my glass and say, here's to friendship, in whatever form it takes. The Meemoo raised her glass and toasted W.E. Meemoo, Meemoo. Oh, Meemoo? Ah, Meemoo, Meemoo, Meemoo. They both took a sip from their lemonade. W.E. put his glass on the table next to the beanbag. Now he'd gotten the hang of the fan, he didn't even notice his toe gently going back and forth. Shifting his bum from side to side allowed him to get more comfortable. When W.E. was a small chick, he had a beanbag. Covered in green velvet was his favourite seat in the house. Sadly, he grew out of it, and it was given to his little cousin. Maybe it was time for him to get a big one too, to sit in the garden. W.E. looked at the fan rotating. The blades hypnotised him. He was feeling more and more sleepy. His eyelids closed. He was deep asleep. The gentle breeze was cooler and cooler. The bottom of W.E.'s feet started curling with a dropping temperature. Dust went up his beak. Sneezing forced W.E. wide awake. Darkness had fallen over the garden. Flowers were closing for the night. The moon was rising in the night sky. Closing his shade umbrella, W.E. placed it down by the side of the house. Car lights shone through the front gate. Walking forward to investigate, W.E. saw his neighbour, Louisa the elephant, coming home from work. Maybe she had an afternoon shift at the hospital, where she was a doctor. With her trunk down and a heavy sigh, she took her bag from the car. Louisa shut the car door. It was unlike her to be down, she was always so happy and positive. Louisa, is everything okay? W.E. called out from over the fence. W.E. couldn't understand her. It seemed she had something stuck in her mouth. W.E. went to her. Louisa, what's happened? Do you need my help? Opening her mouth, W.E. could see a large swab of cotton wool, which had drops of blood on it. Oh no, Louisa! Did you have a tooth pulled out? Louisa nodded. She patted the side of her mouth with her trunk. Right, Louisa, you don't have to explain anything. I'm here to help. Let me make you an ice pack for your face where it hurts. I can look after you. Perhaps you can sit on my couch and we watch a movie. that might help to make you feel better. Louisa pointed to her bag, then her house. She gestured for W.E. to wait. W.E. knew exactly what she meant. He waited as she put her bag in the house, then came back. Together they went inside to watch a movie. As the movie was finishing, Louisa patted W.E. on his shoulder. Any time, Louisa. I learned today you don't have to know the same language to get along. Sometimes you can just grunt and point. That's a language I'm very good at. Louisa gave W.E. a cheeky wink. See, friends don't have to look the same or talk the same. It's what's in their heart that matters. And in the words of a new friend of mine, Meemoo, 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 Meemoo. W.E. couldn't stop laughing, while Louisa wondered, what made him so silly tonight? And what is Meemoo? The end. Thanks for listening. And maybe you have a friend like a Meemoo who speaks a different language. Sometimes you might just have to grunt and point. Stay tuned for more fun with W.E.Kiwi. Right, I can do this all by myself. If I push this, it will finish. Oops, that didn't work. How about I push this? Oh well. Let's try one more time and finish. Yes, I think that worked. Oh, I better push off the green button. Okay.